before the hour. College students are heading back to campus over the next few weeks, but going back to school can leave your wallet pretty empty. Most students spend at least $1,200 on books and supplies. Joining us now with some tips on how you can save some money is the savings angel himself, Josh Elledge. Hey, Josh, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning, Danielle.
Listen, I spend so much money on textbooks for my son. My oldest son is in college now. The textbooks make up a big chunk of the back-to-school expenses for him. How can we save on textbooks? Because I didn't think there was any way you could unless you bought a used book, right? And everything's online now, even with the books.
Right. Yeah. So absolutely. One thing that you want to be very, very diligent about, because when you start adding up how much those books are going to be, it can be very sizable. You're definitely going to get sticker shock. And so, listen, the best advice I can give for you there is that you're going to have to just do a little bit of research on used book options. And, while we're chatting right now, you can hop on Google and you can probably find a dozen or more different outlets where you can find those books. Now, not only of course, can you get used books, which you should. There's no need for a new textbook if you need one. Yes, it'll probably have some wrinkled pages or some notes or something, whatever. It's okay. It's like a wedding dress. You're right. You're only going to have it once, and then you're going to be done, and then you don't need it anymore.
Yeah, no, but we need a new wedding dress. We need the wedding dress to be new, Josh. Sorry. That needs to be new.
Well, yes. No, bad analogy.
Bad analogy, but I get where you're going with that.
But clearly, yes, do your research on textbooks. And just like I'm going to talk about scholarships here in just a second, think of how much you are earning per hour for the extra research. So again, you're going to hit up Google, hit up Amazon. There are lots of different ways you could do this. If you can't buy a used one, then of course you could also rent textbooks as well, and that may be an option. Also, get on, if your university has a subreddit, if there's a Facebook community, connect with other students, find out what they are doing as well. You will find hookups if you look around.
Let's talk about tuition. How can we save there?
Yeah, so, listen, tuition, there are two ways, right? So the biggest way that I think is just so underutilized is, again, thinking of scholarship research as a part-time job. And here's the thing, too, is that the larger scholarships, your $5,000 ones on up, your, even $1,000 ones on up, those tend to have a lot higher competition. And Danielle, there are so many $200, $300, $500 scholarships that go completely uncompeted for. Nobody submits for them. So all you simply have to do is do an okay job with, let's say, an essay or just registering for it, and you can qualify. Certainly look at your background, your history, your family, your socioeconomic, where you come from, the trades that either of your parents may be in, and just go to town. And again, treat it like a part-time job. And if you spend 5 to 10 hours a week applying for, you will get scholarship. There are scholarships available for almost everybody out there, so please don't miss this. And of course, grants go along with that. Of course, there's not a whole lot. You just apply for FAFSA and you either get it or you don't. And listen, I'm the dad of 2 college students right now. My one son, having done a lot of this work, is making money going to college. He actually gets paid to go to college as a result of this work.
I think that's some work that needs to be done, and I think it was so great that you came on to tell us about that, especially the scholarships. We've got to wrap, but that scholarship and just applying for those $200, $300 scholarships that nobody applies for, and we were able to do that, and that's such great advice. Josh Elledge, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Danielle. Have a great day.
All right, you too. See you again soon. Amy.
All right.